Monday Night Football, baby. We're here.
There's only one other good play on Minnesota.
Touchdown in 46 seconds. Punches back. Touchdown.
Print Factory back here live on a Wednesday afternoon with the full crew today on the Run Pure Sports YouTube channel. We got Big T at Big T 44 DFS as always, and the man back wearing or repping his boy Bo Nix, ODB at AU David B on Twitter. What's going on, ODB? Good to have you back on the show, brother.
Man, good to be back. For all those people who are jumping off the Bo wagon, I'll take all the stock, bro. I'll take all of it. You're short it. I want to be full leveraged. Let's go. We're inches away from being 3-0, and all these metrics talking he's the worst quarterback in the league. Get that shit out of here, bro. We're so close. He doesn't look like these Penix and Rodgers and JJ like back there in the pocket scared. He's out there balling. Maybe he's trying to do a little too much. Maybe he's a little too hyped up, but I have full faith in my man, and I'm on the stock. I'll buy the stock. And it's Bengals week. How can I not wear the Bo jersey when we got the biggest Bengal fan and on the Run Pure group here with Big T? So had to come with the Bo.
Love that. Love that. Big Ed's in the house. What's up, Big Ed? Says, let's go, fellas. What's going on? Appreciate you watching here. Big T, you ready for a little Bengals talk today? I mean, ODB was prefacing with the Denver game, but I mean, we got to talk about the Bengals game. I tried to do it with him, ODB, on the Showdown show. He wanted nothing to do with the old Bengals talk on the Monday Night Showdown show, but this is the show, baby. We can get into it. I mean, I will say this. That had to be the worst ass whooping the Bengals have probably ever suffered in their entire franchise. I mean, Tony, you're a Bengals fan. Is that the worst ass beating you've seen, from your Bengals, ever, from the Bengals? Not ever in sports, but just the Bengals.
I mean, you're still just overblowing it just so freaking much. It's what you do. You just the worst beatdown they've ever taken.
This is a sad organization, JSU. This cannot possibly be their worst.
Brother, that 6-minute stretch of game time was by far the worst.
You realize how bad of a franchise the Bengals have had? They've probably taken lots of beatdowns like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's got to be up there.
One of the worst franchises in football, if not the worst.
That's got to be up there, man, especially that second quarter.
But the worst beatdown ever is with Jake Browning on the road is going to be the worst beatdown ever?
I don't know. That second quarter, do I need to go back into my notes with that second quarter?
Yeah, they got a pick six, a fumble to the house, another fumble. It snowballed on them.
It just snowballed on them. I don't know. I haven't seen stuff like that happen in such a short time span. I'll just say that. I'm surprised
Big T did. I'm surprised Big T isn't just but Carson Wentz. That's
what he said on the Showdown show, ODB. He did say that on the Showdown show.
It's a no-lose situation for you. Either the Bengals win or Carson Wentz wins. You can't lose there.
How good does this guy run?
The worst part was, though, the Bengals got pounded and Wentz looked like crap. That was the worst part.
I don't know if Patrick is a Bengals fan, but he said it was their worst loss in franchise history I saw. So at least somebody who seems to be a Bengals fan agrees with me, even though your franchise has been terrible, that it's probably the worst. So again, though, maybe I just haven't been watching the Bengals as closely as I have the last 5 years.
They don't even pay Boomer Esiason's hotel bill. I mean, they're an embarrassment. What? I mean, what? I'm just not embarrassed by Jake Browning getting pounded on the road. I'm just not. I don't know.
It's whatever.
Fair enough.
I mean, their
Fair
win
enough.
total, I said it last week on the show.
You
Like
did.
their win total, they were 2-0, and their new win total for the year was 7.5. If that doesn't tell you Joe Burrow is like MVP level quarterback, I don't know what does.
Wow.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, when you lose an MVP quarterback, you're not going to be as good. I totally agree with you there. But all right, just trying to get under your skin a little bit. It's not really working too well.
You
You're
can get under my skin about plenty of stuff, but I promise you, I will not tilt the Bengals without Burrow. Like I'm just not going to tilt. Like I just won't.
you are
Game of the year.
Super Bowl pick after like a week, so that before even, so it doesn't even matter. But
Yeah.
all right. Fair enough. Let's get into these games here.
This
I mean,
would tilt me though. I mean, this would definitely tilt me, Pepe. I would tilt that.
no, that's not going to happen. I don't think so. But I guess you never know. Who knows here? So, all right, let's get into. Unless you guys want to talk about week 3. Week 3 was a bloodbath for me. I mean, DFS, the Rams game. I don't even want to get into the Rams game. Like anything for you guys that you want to touch on? I mean, ODB, you weren't here last week. I know you gave a few picks for the show,
Let's move on to
you
week
weren't
4.
here.
Let's move on to week 4.
All right, there we go. There's the answer to week
Four.
3. I did notice though, I looked through the chat, the comment section under the YouTube video. Not one person got 3 of 3. So we'll run it back again this week. If you want to drop your favorite 3 bets in the YouTube comment section underneath this video, you can 3 bets. If you hit 3, we'll pick one of you for some gear. But Tony, we did not have anyone get 3 of 3 this week.
Yeah, I was tilted myself because I had the Rams, who was a brutal loss, and San Francisco, who somehow I was -1.5, and I freaking
They didn't
lost.
cover. Yeah, it's crazy.
You talk about, so I was 1-2, and I lost the Rams game and the Niners game. So talk about tilting.
What's funny is I feel like I remember being like, when you said San Francisco, I was like, you just taking a money line? He was like, no, just give me. I remember you being like, no, the spread, like the 1.5.
The funny thing is I actually bet the money line too, so I won. But then when I was grading my picks, I was like, I laid 1.5 on the show. Yeah.
I mean, that's something where you can't beat yourself up like that. It's just what it is sometimes.
What does this mean? I picked the Niners to go to the Super Bowl. What does this mean? Is everyone trying to tilt me today?
Yes. I think I was the one that was against the Niners, by the way.
I haven't said anything bad about the Niners.
It's the funniest part. Tony's been on the Niners literally before the season started. Tony was all over the Niners, and I think I was the one.
Now I'm lower on them too because they keep getting everyone injured. Like my teams are dying out there.
But my boy Ricky P, he's coming through. Ricky P, he's holding it down. And Christian McCaffrey getting 200 targets a game, which is ridiculous. But all right, here we go. Week 4. Let's start at the top here. Quick thoughts on Thursday night. We are going to do a showdown show tomorrow, so I don't want to go too deep into it. But we got Seattle going to Arizona here. It's a 1.5 point spread. Arizona slight underdogs at home in a 43.5 total here. ODB, do you have any thoughts on this Thursday night game?
Not really. I think both these teams are pretty similar. I have them power ranked pretty close together, so I would just take the home team here. I mean, I kind of feel like wrong team favored, maybe a slight overreaction to Seattle's domination of whatever, the worst team in football by a mile. So yeah, I mean, I would lean Cardinals, but no real strong take. This feels like a game that's just going to come down to whoever kicks the last field goal. But this seems like a 1-possession game to me, so I'd probably just lean for the home team.
There you go, Hobbs. Hobbs is saying he misunderstood. He said, "My bad, Tony." So he's correcting himself. But what do you think here? Is the right team favored, Tony? I mean, it's a close spread. It's 1.5, but Arizona is home.
No, I'm definitely on Seattle. I think Arizona loses James Conner. Seattle looks better than I thought. I mean, Kyler's horrible. Kyler is really bad, and I have to take Seattle in this spot. I think they're a much better team than Arizona, actually. I kind of agree. We always use the thing, ODB says it a lot, like if it was on a neutral, kind of what would the number be if it was in Seattle? I kind of feel like it's a good number on the road because if it was in Seattle, I think they'd be 4.5, 5-point favorites type thing. Yeah, I like Seattle a lot in this spot. I think Arizona's in big trouble.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the James Conner loss of Kyler Murray, but man, Marvin Harrison has had some bad drops for this team. He's been tough.
How is he this bad? Seriously, I know Kyler sucks, but how is Marvin this bad too? Like, it's crazy.
Is it just the team? Is it just Trey
I don't
McBride?
know. You said it. I want to blame it on Kyler. I really do. And that is part of the issue. But he's got drops too. It's like, man, he's hurting himself on top of it.
Did you see that one drop? Like, I mean, so wide open. It was almost like he was too wide open that he and just like he should have caught it. And those are the ones I feel like are even harder sometimes. But man, you got to come down with those things. I mean, that was a rough scene. But yeah, I agree with the spread. It might be a tad of an overreaction to the beatdown that ODB was referring to in Seattle. I have these teams pretty close, though. I think they're very similar. Honestly, I do think Seattle might be slightly better than Arizona. And I'll be honest, I did not think Sam Darnold was going to come in and play as good as he's played this season. I don't want to overreact to just 3 games, but he's definitely played a lot better than I thought he was going to play the first couple games. So I'll give him credit there. Kyler has played kind of how I thought Kyler was going to play here. Not really was big on Kyler coming into the season, but I do think this is a close game. It's probably a field goal game, but I will lean with Seattle here. We'll dive more into it as we get into Showdown tomorrow on the show. Tony, we have the early morning.
I got one more thing with this game when I'm actually looking at it because I finished I got the flow chart done so that I could have it for this show just so I could
appreciate you.
It's still early in the year. I want to say it only 3 weeks in, but man, we got a total nuclear spot in this game.
Don't say
we'll talk about it more, but Trey McBride. Full nuke Trey McBride spot.
Why didn't you just hold it until the show tomorrow?
Because not everyone watches Showdown. Some people only watch the Print Factory. ODB fans might not watch our Thursday show. Sure. I got to throw a little spicer in there for the people. Trey McBride nuke tomorrow night.
Also, both these teams been very good against the run to start the year. Both teams been pretty stout against the run. So interesting with the Trey McBride talk. I like it.
I mean, let's also just understand that both these teams have played the Saints. The Cardinals have played the Panthers. The Seahawks played the Steelers. Like, there's not a whole lot that you can really gather from this. The Seahawks played one tough opponent. They both played one tough opponent, and it was the Niners. And this Niners team right now is semi-garbage too. Like, and they both played down to the very last possession of the game and both lost at the very end. So I don't really know how much we can really take from these games. I mean, they've both played 2 of the worst 5 teams in football and the Niners, with both teams being hurt. So, like, what are we really like gauging any of this stuff on? Like, I don't know. I'll feel a lot better about one of these teams or both of these teams after this game.
I think this matchup is just going to be close. I really do. I feel like it's going to be a 3-point game.
I'm not a teaser
teams
guy,
had chances against the Niners too, to be honest.
This feels like a good long teaser spot for the Cardinals. You can get them over a touchdown. Like, I don't know.
I love Seattle. I'm not with you guys. I think Seattle's going to pound them.
I literally picked Seattle. Oh, you said pound them.
Yeah, but you're like, it's going to be close. And
well, it is going to be close.
You're riding the fence.
It is going to be. Oh, no. It is going to be close. I'm picking Seattle to win the game. They're going to win. They're going to cover.
But they might not. I'm saying they might blow them out. Like, I don't think it's going to be close.
Well, I'm not saying
I want to say, though, I do agree with ODB. I think both of these teams stink. I want to make that clear. I agree with ODB there.
Yeah, I think you're wrong. I don't think there's a blowout in this game. So we disagree there. All right. Yeah, good. We'll fight about it more tomorrow.
I mean, you're picking Seattle 1.5. Like, okay. I mean, you didn't have a take there. There's no take.
I literally just said they're going to win by a field goal. It's going to be
it's a
close
1.5
game.
point spread. This is like back to what we made fun of you when you said that I want the money line and the spread the other
No,
way.
it's not the same thing, dude. Okay, just because I didn't say that one
you
team
said a 1.5 point favorite is going to win by 3.
I got a question for you, Tony. If they win by 3, do they cover that 1.5 point spread?
They do.
Oh, so can I win? Can I win money if they win by 3?
Can.
Is that
You
allowed?
can. That's correct.
ODB, can I cash my ticket at the window if they win by 3?
You can cash your ticket.
Thank you. I mean, okay, now you're trying to get me mad right now. I know.
Let's move off this dumb game with two average teams.
Yeah,
let's move on to a game with 2 other average teams. Or below average.
Very average teams here in the Steelers and the Vikings. It's a 40.5 point spread.
Where's this stupid game at anyway? Isn't Minnesota like overseas 2 straight weeks?
Yeah, it's London or Germany or something, one of those countries.
Nothing's worse than the 9:30 a.m. game. I freaking hate
No,
it.
this is a perfect spot for Carson Wentz and Aaron Rodgers. Perfect.
Is this in Germany or is it? Oh, no, it's Dublin. It's Dublin, Ireland, this game.
Yeah.
Here.
Right.
So
you have to be drunk. You have to be drunk to watch and enjoy these 2 fucking teams.
Yeah, I mean, the Steelers are the Patriots 5 turnovers and they still almost had a chance to win that game. That game was ridiculous, but all right, Steelers, in Ireland against the Vikings, 2.5 point spread. Tony's Carson Wentz is going to start again against Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Tony, I'll just throw this one to you here. Probably not a ton of analysis here, but did you see anything from Carson Wentz that gives you some hope?
As a Carson Wentz fan, man, it kind of hurt too because the defense kept scoring. He didn't have to do anything, but he missed some easy throws. I mean, I'll be honest with him. Like, I thought he'd look better than that. Some of those throws he missed were bad. I was disappointed, but looking at the game, though, Pittsburgh's defense has been so bad that I don't know. Like, it's not the worst ever spot for Wentz here. I hate this game. And the good thing is, besides it being a 9:30 game, I'm happy that it's not on the main slate. I probably won't watch it. We'll be doing our show Sunday morning. It can be on in the side. Like, screw this game. I don't need to waste time talking about it. I have to take Minnesota, though. I think Pittsburgh is. I think Pittsburgh is very, very bad. Bro. So I'm going to take Minnesota.
Bro, Dub KJ, what the fuck is tickle sticks, dude? Normally you come in with something hot. So what is tickle sticks? I've never even heard of that. Tony, I don't think we're doing that. I've
heard of like tiddlywinks, but I've never heard of tickle sticks.
No. Staying away from
have you heard of tickle sticks?
Sounds like dicks to me. I don't know.
Nope. All right.
But I don't respond to people who have Patrick Mahomes in their picture. So
keep it open mind. Sorry.
Sticks is the best game.
Yeah. That's a Bean Air comment. It was a Bean Air comment. Okay, I was gonna say I didn't even see that until I looked, but I knew that was a Bean Air comment.
Where's Tickle Sticks in Wedding Crashers? I've seen that movie 100 times. Where's Tickle Sticks? Does the brother say that?
That's from Wedding Crashers? I don't remember that. Shit. Now, next time I watch that movie, I'm going to have to look for it. I don't even remember.
The show is evolving quickly.
I know it is. It's bad. All right, ODB, get us back on track here. Vikings, Steelers.
I have a rule not to bet on Carson Wentz ever for the rest of my life. But that being said, I might have to violate it here. What is Aaron Rodgers and this offensive line, which has not been very good, going to do versus Brian Flores? I mean, Aaron Rodgers is going to he's going to just be throwing the ball all over the place. We also got Pittsburgh defense that gave up 30 points plus to who is putting all these comments on the picture? I'm going to take away your. I'm going to have to take away your privileges of being able to put comments on there. But
you just give the analysis. Let me worry about the comments, okay?
I mean, Pittsburgh gave up over 30 points to the Jets, who have been an absolute train wreck on offense. They gave up 20 something points, 30 points to the Seahawks. And I don't know what the expected score was in that New England game, but it feels like New England should have scored 50 on this team. So I think, they're getting Addison back. They obviously have Jefferson, Hawk. They've got weapons. I mean, Carson Wentz only has to be like average. I kind of like the Vikings. I don't really want to bet, but I really don't want to bet Wentz. I don't like to violate my own rules, but I might have to make an exception for this one.
Yeah, I'm making the exception. I'm betting the Vikings here. I mean, Darisaw coming back, which was great. He didn't even really have to play that much. They were just destroying him on defense so much. It just didn't matter. But he's a big help for them and Carson Wentz. And I agree with you on the Steelers. That Steelers defense, I can't believe how bad it is. And Jordan Mason, man, he just brings a different element to this Vikings team. It's crazy to me that there were people online that said that Aaron Jones was better than Jordan Mason. Like, Jordan Mason is just so much better for this team, especially with Carson Wentz and JJ McCarthy or whoever they have back there, because he is just such a tough runner and you can just rely on him. You can feed him the rock 20 times and he's just going to get yards after contact and keep churning out, falling forward constantly. He's good, man, and they can rely on that run game there. So, yeah, I think that Minnesota just owns the line of scrimmage on them, and we'll probably see another big Jordan Mason game here, even if we don't see a ton of points. And I think the Vikings defense is legit. I think a lot of those injuries that they had the first couple weeks definitely hurt Flores and what he wanted to do. And then last week they got a few guys back. So I'm on the Vikings. I'm with ODB there. Tony with, not really any conviction in that game take. Maybe we'll get conviction, though, in his Super Bowl winning team, the LA Chargers. Here,
I like
6-point
Minnesota.
favorites.
What are you coming after me again for? I like Minnesota.
Because you had no conviction. You were like, get me off this game. I don't want this.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I love Minnesota. I think Pittsburgh's awful. I said Pittsburgh's awful in my take.
I'm doing exactly what you did to me in the Seattle game. Let's go to the Chargers.
Win by 3. If I was I love Minnesota, they're going to win by 3, I would expect you to do that to me.
I'll tell you right now, if Minnesota wins by 3, do I cash my ticket?
Yeah, but I'm not bragging. I'm not like, oh, man, get us to the next freaking game.
Some people like to know the exact score, exactly how many points they win by. Some people want to know that. But, all right, Chargers and Giants. Jackson Dart is the big news here. At home, going to start against one of the I'll say, I think one of the best teams so far in the league, at least to start. I mean, the Chargers have started off. They've faced a couple good teams. You got to give them credit. I think Denver fumbled that game. I don't Justin Herbert made probably one of the best touchdown throws you'll see all year in that game at the end of the game. That throw was absolutely insane. Not many quarterbacks could make that fucking throw that he made. I still don't know how he made that throw, but they did end up winning the game. And that does say something to me because, like I said, I don't think they should have won the game and they found a way to win. So that's good for a team like that. It's always good. It's honestly like what I felt about the Chiefs the last couple of years. I feel like, Tony, they'd always win those games where you think the other team should win at the end and then they don't win. That's like the Chiefs thing to do. And I feel like the Chargers pulled that off. And maybe they're gonna move in that kind of Chiefs way in this year. And maybe they will make it to the Super Bowl. But what do you think here? 6-point spread against the rookie.
I mean, the Chargers, Harbaugh is just such a good coach. I think I saw, who was it? One of the national people was like, maybe he's one of the best coaches ever or something. I forgot, Colin Cowherd or something. Yeah. I get that he's trying to get clickbait, but I don't totally think it's that crazy of a take. He's a very, very good football coach. As good as it gets. He just has jumped around a little bit more. And then guys like Belichick have struggled without Brady. So it's not that crazy of a take, I'll say. This spread's kind of weird, right? The Giants are going to Dart, which can't hurt. Let's face it. Russell Wilson. Whoo, am I glad they made that move, because it was I can't even describe how bad that game was Sunday night. It was so terrible. I'm a little surprised. I know it's in New York, but I'm a little surprised that this number isn't above a touchdown. 6 on DraftKings. I was saying 6.5 because I got it on the other thing I was looking at. But 6 points, I mean, that feels trappy to me. I kind of think the Giants respond to a change. I know I love the Chargers. I know I talked up Harbaugh. I think the Chargers could make the Super Bowl, just like you said. I think the Giants might respond to a change, though. I think the young guy can come in here for a game, get some energy, and I like the Giants to cover this number, even though I love the Chargers. So I try to let the numbers kind of point me in the direction each week. I think Dart is going to be good. He can move. He can throw. Is he going to make mistakes? Sure, he's going to make some mistakes along the way. Absolutely he is. He's a rookie. He's young. He's probably not ready to be in there, but he's got to be better than Russ. And I think like guys like Neighbors, I think go all out to make him look good. Like just try to have a good game. Yeah, I'm on the Giants here. And I think Malik Neighbors has a monster game in this spot. I think he gets 20 targets or something. Like they just feed him the ball. And I like the Giants, even though the Chargers are kind of my team right now.
All right, fair enough. ODB, you think they respond, the Giants, to this change at quarterback?
Yeah, definitely not one of my favorite games from a betting perspective or fantasy for that matter. I think he just kind of was forced into it. I don't really think he wanted to play Dart right here. It's just, I mean, it's not so much that Russ was bad. It was like the end of the game was like insane. Like basically throwing the ball away, 1 into the tunnel and 2 into the stands. And like with the game on the line from the own goal line, like, I mean, taking it in to score, like, I mean, that's just impossible. Like it's impossible to get a grounding call when nobody's around you and you're at the end zone. Like it's very easy to miss somebody by 6 feet. You don't have to miss them by 40. Like it was just very bad quarterbacking.
So goalpost.
Yeah, I think Dable just didn't want to get booed. So it's like, hey, you know what, guys? Here, let me show you Dart. I'm a little worried that he's not ready. That being said, this is the sleepiest of all sleepy spots for the Chargers, going across the country after beating all 3 teams in your division. It's an extremely sleepy spot. They have a very mediocre, if not bad, offensive line. The Broncos got a ton of pressure on Herbert only because he just, pulled some plays out of his ass. Did they not lose that game? And credit to him. I mean, he's a great quarterback, and they might have the best or definitely top 3 combination quarterback coach combo in the league. So that's huge. But the offensive line is still not very good. The Giants' defensive line is still really good. Abdul Carter and Burns, like they could put some pressure on them. So they could blow this game up. To me, I feel like the Giants are probably going to run Dart a little bit and get the ball to Scatterboo. Like they just want to feature Scatterboo and Dart, I think. So I could see Scatterboo getting a lot of dump offs and being involved. And I kind of lean under, if anything, for this game, just because I think the Giants, if I have to pick a spread, I would go Giants. But I think this is a low-scoring game. I think the Giants will try to slow the ball down. I think they'll try to keep the ball in Scatterboo hands, move the chains. And I don't really think that the Giants defense is – I think the Giants defense is pretty good. I mean, they held the Commanders to like 20 points. They held the Chiefs down, which, only because they had that Hail Mary interference at the end of the first half, and then Thornton came down with a sick play. But those are just kind of like whatever, fluky plays. Only the Cowboys game got out of him, but sometimes games just kind of get that way. So I like the under and lean Giants.
Yeah, I think I'm with you guys. I'm with the Giants here at the 6. I think that the change at quarterback was needed. I mean, Russ just wasn't it. It is funny though that Russ went from Millie Maker winning quarterback in week 2 to just like one of the absolute worst quarterbacks in week 3. Just so funny how like this league, it's so week to week with how these teams kind of change in your eyes and in view. Like people like. After week 2, people were probably like, okay, Russ could give them, 6 more weeks of quarterback play, give Dart like, half the year to sit and learn. And then maybe the second half, he he comes in. And then boom, week 3 happens and everyone's like, nope, it needs to happen now. I'm sure Dayball feels the pressure too in New York. And it's like, yeah, Russ just made it so bad that he couldn't not make the move. But I do think it's a tough spot for the Chargers after those 3 division games and going to New York and getting this rookie quarterback for the first time. I think they can keep it close here. So I'm with you guys. I'll take the 6 and the Giants. Let's keep it moving here to another team that, I mean, this team has to be the worst team in the league. It just has to be. I know there's some bad teams, but the Saints, man, they're a tough team to watch. They do run a ton of plays though, but they give up a ton of big plays, which means they get the ball back quicker. So that's why they're running a bunch of plays. But 15.5-point underdogs in Buffalo. I mean, and I'm not even surprised. Like, I mean, Tony, would you have guessed 15.5? Would you have guessed around that for this team or higher? I don't know.
No, I mean, I would have said 2 touchdowns. If I didn't look, I would have said 14 probably. So it's a little higher.
Okay.
And anyone that's watched this show over the years knows I hate these big spreads. It's just how motivated is Buffalo? At least they're at home. New Orleans sucks. I just hate big spreads. Like I'm hardly ever Buffalo money line. I don't know. Like Buffalo, obviously, if they come to play, they can win this game by 40. If they struggle around, maybe they win by, backdoor. They're up 20, fourth quarter. New Orleans goes and scores. I hate these spots. I hate them for fantasy too. Although if you somehow think New Orleans can score at all, Buffalo's just in a full nuke spot. Obviously, they're going to score points. The flow chart, like every single category for Buffalo is a plus spot. Running back, quarterback, receivers, tight ends, all plus spots for Buffalo. I guess we have to pick on this show. I guess I will take Buffalo. I have zero conviction, though. I freaking hate. Like we said the same thing about Miami. And that's kind of how that Miami game went, right? Like they hung around. You were never worried about them really winning. And then it fell 10? I think it fell 10, so Miami covered. I could see this game going similar. Give me I'll take Buffalo, though. I don't have any conviction in it.
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills have this one thing that they do, I think the best in the league, or at least one of the top 3 in the league, which is just run the football, man. They don't even need Josh Allen for some of these games. They can just destroy you up front in the line of scrimmage offensively. They're just so good. And that's why James Cook, even though he only gets like 50% of the snaps, he's just so efficient with those snaps. He doesn't need more than that. They're just so friggin' good up front. Their offensive line's awesome. I think they're the best running football team in the league. They just have that one thing that they can just do over everyone else. And I just think they dominate the line of scrimmage and win this game, and they probably cover. I'm not going to bet this game, but if you make me pick ODB, I'm going with the Bills too. Where are you at here?
We're at 33 minutes and we're on game 4, so let's just skip this game. I have nothing, whatever. This is a 17-point spread. One team's great, one team's awful. Yeah, I'll just take the better team at home. So, the Bills will probably win this game 41-10.
Let's keep the wagon rolling here. Eagles against the Bucks here. Eagles coming off of that crazy win, but even crazier, the cover that I just keep seeing Davis just running down the field to score. I mean, I never seen a big dude like that run faster. It was absolutely insane. ODB, I don't know if you were on the Rams because you weren't on this show, but me and Tony, we loved the Rams. That was definitely like our favorite play of the week. Rams plus 3.5. And that one hurt. I'm not going to lie. That one hurt. What do you think here?
Yeah, I leaned the Eagles in that game, but my partner loved the Rams. So we put the Rams on some of our contest picks, and I just kind of stayed off the game. We took another bad beat, like everything in these contests. We've been on the wrong side of every weird game. So whatever. I was deep in a poker tournament. I had a bunch more money on other games. So I really didn't see that game as much as I would have loved to, because it was the kind of game that I really wanted to watch for the future. But in general, in this game, I would like the Eagles. The Bucs are super banged up, and the Eagles aren't the type of team you want to play when you're banged up. So yeah, I mean, I'll just take the physical team. I think the Bucs have been extremely lucky. I think they're fine. I think they're a decent team. They have a quarterback who knows how to win and stuff. But you're on the other side. You have the team that knows how to win, and you have the most physical team probably in football on both sides of the ball. So yeah, I would probably go Eagles, but probably after that win, I don't know. I mean, the Eagles are going to have to lose some games. So yeah, maybe if Tampa was full strength, I might like them a little more. But I mean, I don't even know is Evans playing. If Godwin plays,
I think he's going to be out a few weeks.
So no Evans, no Godwin, most likely, and you probably have like hobbled, if anything worse, and that other lineman they lost for the year. It doesn't seem like the offensive line is very good right now. Yeah, I don't really see how they can keep up with Philly, but I mean, Philly hasn't been that impressive, even though they're 3-0. So yeah, I lean Eagles. This won't be a huge play for me, but pick them for the show. I'll take the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, like Tampa's whole right side of the line is out, like on IR. So gone for a few games. So that obviously isn't going to help. Tristan Wirfs being back would definitely be a huge boost for them. They could use that. But like you said, nope, Evans is doubtful. I think he's going to be out a few weeks. And Chris Godwin, even if he plays, I feel like it's a stretch that he plays like a good chunk of the game with the injury and everything like that. So we'll see on what happens with him. But even Ibuka was banged up in the last game, and he's been dealing with, I think it's like a groin or something. He's been playing through it, but he's been dealing with it. So man, just the Bucs. I probably got to go with the Eagles too. I know Tony's pretty high on the Bucs though, so I'm interested to get Tony's takes on the Bucs plus 3.5 at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting spot with the injuries for sure, and you guys bring good points. Spread's 3.5. I think the issue with Philly is starting to trend towards 2 years ago, more than 1 year ago, where their defense just stinks. I think their offense is fine, but the injuries are key. I mean, we got to see a few of these guys who are in. I mean, with Evans out. So the good thing, just looking purely numbers through 3 weeks, I mean, Philly has got destroyed on the ground. So immediately, this isn't going to be a most in sync comparison, but Detroit, how they ran the ball on Baltimore last week, I think that's how Tampa is going to approach this game. Just line up and run at them. But you guys bring up good points. They got linemen out. Will they be able to do it? I don't know. In my head, I feel like they're going to be able to run it though, and I feel like it's just a running spot where they just pound the ball, keep the Eagles offense off the field, and kind of go with that approach. But you guys bring up a good point. This is a tough game to pick on a Wednesday. We got to see who's in later in the week because whatever you said, Wirfs or whatever his name is, one of their best O linemen. I want to at least see a few of these guys in there. But in general, I like the Bucs here. I think the Eagles defense is a little overrated. I can't believe they did that to us last week. It was by far my biggest bet of the year so far on the Rams. Had the money line too. So, I mean, if they make the field goal, we win the money line and the spread. Instead, we lose both. And what were they up 26-9 or something, whatever it was. Just a brutal, brutal loss. We don't need to keep talking about it. But in this spot right now, I'm on the the Bucs. But if a few of these injuries go the wrong way, I might flip on the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, the Bucs we talked about offensive injuries, losing Kalijah Kancey on the line defensively. That's a big loss for them. He was really good last year, one of the better defensive players. So, yeah, we got to see with some of these injuries. But
Ibuka's banged up too. Like, I mean, they're like have so many.
I'm worried that with all these guys banged up, they might be trying to push guys like Wirfs and Godwin to play before they're even ready.
Godwin's that close to coming back?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's because of all the injuries. You know what I mean, Tony? Like they're just like, don't forget McMillan's on IR. That he'd be a huge help if with all these injuries. He's not there. They're gonna have to rely on, if these guys are all out, they're gonna rely on Ryan Miller, Tez Johnson. I think Tez Johnson's actually pretty talented, but still like rookie. That's not good.
Not Sterling Sharp.
Sterling Shepard. Yep.
Shepard, yeah.
And Cade Otton's been like a blocker or a chipper a lot, so he hasn't even been
Tampa
like that.
Bay's had 0 tight end points 2 of the 3 weeks. 0. Not even a
catch.
Catch.
Because he's been blocking or chipping on like
0.
Everything.
How many times have you seen 0 from the whole tight end room? 0.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
That just tells you, though, with all these injuries, he's still probably not going to get a bump. Like that's what it's telling me, at least.
One key note, though, I don't talk about stuff like this often, but Tampa's kind of quietly owned Philadelphia.
Yeah,
they won
for sure
6 out of 7, and some big games in there, playoff games and big games. So they're not like that hidden of games. They've owned. I don't know why. Sometimes matchups are just weird. Like a team just has your number. Tampa pounded them twice last year. Well, one of them was the year before.
If Tampa was even a little more healthy, just like even the offensive linemen, I probably would pick Tampa to win.
Yeah, we gotta wait on some injuries in this one. If they're remotely healthy, I gotta like them.
Yeah, I just don't think they are, Tony, is the problem. I don't think they're going to be remotely healthy. But all right, that's Eagles and Bucks. Let's go to the Browns.
I just got a message from Playback that's interesting, that they're going to start letting us do the Red Zone channel on the Playback. That's that might be fun to hop on and do some Red Zone for Playback. That's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, that is interesting. So that's starting when? This week?
I'm assuming since they sent it to me, it's got to be this week. We'll have to check that out and let people know, because that might be fun, at least for maybe like the afternoon games or something.
Yeah, we could check it out for sure. We'll check. Sounds like something people might like. But
football will be way better than other sports on there.
Oh yeah, 100%. Before we get to the next game, just want to remind people: hit the like button on the video. Hit the subscribe button. If you're not subscribed to the Run Pure Sports YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and check out Run Pure Sports Premium Package. Gets you every sport, one price, plus SaberSim, best opto in the business. And if you want a little promo code, you can slide into Big T's DMs on Twitter at Big T44DFS. Right under his body, you can see that Twitter handle, and he'll hook you up with a little promo code to get you in a first-time payment over at runpuresports.com. So check out that. And we have single sport packages as well for anyone who is just looking for football, college football, right, Tony? College football's been rolling. So check that out. Pretty awesome offer, and we'll hook you up with a nice little promo code. All right, next game up, Lions at home versus the Cleveland Browns. Man, did the Lions just own me and the Ravens last, what was it? Was it Sunday night or Monday night? I can't remember. I'm all messed up. But either way, they friggin' dominated the Ravens. And Tony, I'll give you credit. You said it on the Showdown show, I'm pretty sure. You said you don't know how good this Ravens team actually is. So I'll give you the floor, because you were dead on the defense. You said the defense specifically you were not sold on. And man, did the Lions prove you right, at least in that game.
The Lions, man, and ODB will agree with this for sure, even though he loves Baltimore. Dan Campbell, when these guys play, man, there is no team like Detroit that can just absolutely own you. They just line it up and they just run it down your throat. And I've never seen anything like what they did. What those running backs had, like 30 fantasy points, 60. It was like 50 to 55 to 60 running back points against Baltimore. They just lined up and they just said, man to man, we're better than you. And they just Detroit. This is what happened all last year. Detroit is just impressive. They lose the 2 coordinators. Dan Campbell said, screw the 2 coordinators. We're still going to do what we do. I'll be honest. I thought Detroit was going to take a little step back this year coming in. I did, losing the coordinators. They just have grown men in there. And what we underestimated, they get my boy Derek Barnes back. They get Hutch back. They get some guys back on defense. They sacked Lamar 7 times. They were so freaking impressive. And I couldn't have been more impressed. Baltimore didn't look that terrible to me. It's just Detroit just lined up and just whooped them. They just said, we're just going to get the job done. And it's pretty crazy to me that Cleveland's defense has been as good as anybody in football. And they're getting 10.5 in this game just because Detroit is just going to smother them too. I mean, they're just a physical unit. I have to take Detroit. I could not be more impressed with what they did. I'm on Detroit for sure. I can't take Cleveland on the road. If it was at home, if this game was in Cleveland, I think the spread would be like 7.5 or something. I would be more inclined to take them with Goff on the road. Goff back at home. I mean, how in the world? I think Cleveland's defense might even struggle here stopping this Lions offense. So I am all aboard the Lions after last week. Very impressed.
Yeah. 10-point spread on DK Sportsbook right now for the Lions and Browns. ODB, what do you think here? Are you impressed with the Lions? You got to be, because you were very high on the Ravens coming into the year.
For sure. And I was high on the Lions too. I mean,
You've been higher on the Lions than anybody. Like, you love the Lions.
I love the Lions. I mean, I had the Ravens. I didn't really feel good about it, but I took the Ravens on Monday, so I'll own that loss. But, I do love the Lions. I think Goff's a really good quarterback. I think he's extremely underrated. I like everything about this Lions team. I think the funny thing is that they went and they just ran it down the Ravens' throat, and I think they might have the exact opposite approach in this game. They might say, okay, running backs, we let you have the play last week, and Cleveland is really good against the run. I mean, they completely shut down the Packers, and they've been the best run defense in football, I think. So I could see the Lions just come out and throw the ball like 20 times in a row, just to be like, you know what, we can beat you any way we choose. And it's just kind of like a Dan Campbell thing. I think it's like, okay, we got the running backs off. We got them all their stats and their stuff. It's time for Jay Willie and Laporta and Amon-Ra to get theirs. And I could see this just being a full-blown pass attack. And Joe Flacco, he might just get – he might this might be it. I mean, they might kill him in this game. Like this just Flacco season might be over. So, and I think just the fact that the Browns beat the Packers last week will hold their attention a little bit more. Obviously, it's a really tough spot going to play one of the bottom 5 teams in football after Monday night beating a top 5 team in the league on the road. So it's definitely a sleepy spot, and the traditional handicappers will love the Browns in that spot. But
Cleveland's kind of coming off a big win too, though. It's kind of it works both ways.
It does, but Cleveland's not going to be like smelling flowers and being like, oh, okay, we're good now. It's like they're going to they know they have to earn everything they get. Detroit might think like we can just roll the helmets out there, but I don't think they'll do that. Not under Dan Campbell, not after this team beat the Packers, not after they got thumped at home. They got thumped at the Packers. The Lions did. And people were calling for their season. Now they're tied for the division lead. So I could really see the Lions go out there and smash them. So I like the Lions, and I like the passing game for fantasy.
There's like an echo effect too on what Dan Campbell does. Like when his team knows he's just going to go for it on 4th and we're just going to shove it down your throat, everybody responds to that. Like they don't even question if they're punting, if they're kicking. We're lining it up and we're running it down your throat. That makes everyone play harder.
Yeah. I think this game is going to look exactly like probably what the Ravens-Browns game looked like 2 weeks ago, where the Browns just completely shut down the Ravens run game. And think about this. The Browns have played 3 teams, the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Packers, right? So 2 of those 3 teams have pretty good damn run games. And they the Bengals have like one of the worst because their O-line's terrible. But the other 2 teams, they shut those teams down. I mean, they're like 50-something yards teams are averaging against the Browns per game. Pretty much just nothing against this team. And so I like what ODB is saying about the passing game. And I think it looks kind of like what Lamar and the Ravens did, where they probably still put up like 35 plus points. And it's probably more through the air because, I mean, Cleveland watched the Lions Ravens game. They know the Lions run game is unbelievable. So yeah, they're going to try and have an emphasis on stopping the run like they have the first 3 weeks. And that's going to give Jared Goff chances for big plays down the field. So I like it. I'm gonna make a note of that. I'm with the Lions passing game here, and I think the Lions win by, probably 20 plus here in this spot. So I'm definitely on that Lions.
You throw that number out there. There you go. 20
yeah, you
plus.
like that? I went high. I went higher. I went double. You like that? Should I have gone 30? Should I have said 40 to 10?
20. I mean, you didn't say like they're going to win by 17 or something. I like the 20 plus.
You're going to win by 11.
I should have said a weird number like 16 or something like that, just to throw a curveball in there. But all right, let's keep going here. Washington in Atlanta. It's a 1.5 point spread. And there was no team last week I was more disappointed in for fantasy than the Atlanta Falcons. Absolute terror. I don't know if you guys watched the Carolina game. It was a tough watch, man. Carolina just dominated, and Michael Penix was terrible. I mean, I'm stealing Tony's line, but he was terrible. It was so bad. He does not throw the ball. First of all, he does not throw the ball downfield. 20 plus yard passes, like they just don't happen with Michael Penix. I don't know if it's, Darnell Mooney and he's just back and they're still figuring things out with him. Drake London's not like the deep play guy, but man, you gotta at least attempt some of these longer passes down the field, and they just don't do it for whatever reason. And their passing attack was horrible. Carolina, whose defense is not good, shut them down to 0 points. I mean, that's a bad look when you lose to Carolina, but you put up 0 points. I mean, Tony, getting shut out by Carolina, what are we doing here coming off of that tough loss? They are at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to like Atlanta after what we saw. I try to not let week to week impact me like too much, but man, it was not a good look, like you said. Penix looks really bad. He was missing a lot of easy passes. And Washington looked pretty good, honestly, all things considered. They had a nice, easy victory with a backup quarterback in there. I have to take Washington in this spot. Atlanta looks really bad to me. Again, we always do this like 3 weeks in. There's still going to be a couple teams that look bad right now that turn it around because it is only 3 weeks in. But Atlanta, I don't know. They have good players. It's so frustrating every year. Like, they have talented guys. They just don't put it together. And I feel like their defense is decent enough. It's just, I have to take Washington. I don't have a ton of analysis besides I think Atlanta stinks, and I think Washington looks pretty good. So I'll keep it simple.
Why y'all block me? If we blocked you, you wouldn't be able to comment. You're not blocked.
I don't know what that means.
No. Okay, he said never mind. I was like, nobody blocked you.
I mean, if you can type in there, you're definitely not blocked.
Yeah, I mean, the only time we'd ever block you is if you said some bullshit about Big T. Anything else, though, is fair game. You can talk shit to me. Even ODB, probably we'd let it go. But Big T, we won't allow anything there. Can't talk shit to Big T. ODB, what are you thinking here with the Falcons? Can they have redemption? Can they come back and look better this week?
Yeah, in a week where I missed a lot of games, these were two that I got right. Had the Commanders. That was my favorite play of the week last week against the Raiders. I think they're a pretty good team. And Falcons, I had the Panthers spread there, and I also thought that Atlanta was a team I wanted to stay away from survivor-wise. So survived those two games. That being said, I'm kind of disappointed in myself, first of all, for falling for the Penix preseason stuff because I never really thought that he was that good. I don't know why, but every left-handed quarterback to me looks terrible. I seriously, every left-handed quarterback obviously there's been a couple in history, but I'm talking modern game. Tua looks like shit. Penix looks bad every time.
Is it just the look of the delivery, ODB? Because I'm with you.
It just looks bad. I don't know. I always thought Penix was kind of meh, and then post preseason, best ball kind of fell into indoor, great environment, good receivers, like bad defense, all this stuff. But he's kind of shit, honestly. Like Penix kind of sucks. But the defense is good, and the Carolina game, whatever they got. Yeah, Steve Young. That's why I prefaced it with.
Once you say it, they're going to dig up some good name.
Obviously, I know. Yeah, Steve Young was great.
Obviously, there were some good lefties somewhere along the way, people.
But I don't know. This game's kind of weird because I think Terry McLaurin's a big deal for the Commanders. I mean, he helped stretch that field. And when you don't have that weapon, you can really pin your ears back as a rush. And we don't know like full strength. Jaden, what are we getting? I don't know. This is a stay away game for me. This is one of those that, the spread has to have flipped a lot for over the last 7 days. I got to think that the Falcons were probably favored before. I don't know. I think this is just a football game that could go either way. I don't really want to make a pick on this one. If I do, I guess I probably have to say Commanders because I don't really believe in the Falcons. But this is not really how the NFL works. When you have two decent teams that are projected similarly, they're at home. One took a 30-0 shellacking at the hands of one of the worst teams in football. They usually come back the next week. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have any conviction in it. So
it does feel like they come back and at least give you a little effort here. And I will say, watching that game, Bijan might have had like 3 plays where, if not for a shoestring tackle, he had 60 yards of like free run where like nobody else was in front of him. So, could that change here? I could see Bijan having a big game. They need him to. That's the thing with the Falcons, though, is if Bijan's not ripping off big plays, they're going to really struggle to score, I think, with Penix at quarterback. But I feel like you got to come back after losing the Panthers like that. It just feels like a game that, week to week, they lose by 30 to the Panthers. And then, if they come back and win this game, we're all going to be like, what the hell? But that's kind of the NFL we get sometimes. So I guess I'll lean there right now. But Titans and Texans here in Houston. Next one up here, 7-point spread, 38.5 total in this game here. Texans, man, their offensive line is bad. Defense still solid. Outside of the Nico Collins big broken play, though, that offense, I don't get why they're not playing their young guys. At least Woody Marks is finally getting a little more burn. They stopped with the Dare Agumbawale stuff last game, and they pretty much just played Woody Marks and I think Nick Chubb for the most part. Dameon Pierce was a healthy scratch, so that's at least good for fantasy that we're getting more the two-headed backfield there. I hope that sticks. But Titans, they've looked really bad. They've had a tough start to the schedule, though, playing 3 really good teams. So, now they're on the road against Houston, who hasn't been good either. Tony, I know you're not really high on either of these teams. I think you were on Jacksonville to start the year as a division winner. So I know you weren't on either of these teams. What are you thinking here? Titans 7-point spreads. You on the dog or the favorite here?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite games, actually, and it's on the Houston side. I just think Tennessee's horrific. I can't describe how bad I think they are. And Houston struggled, but I think their defense is like pretty legit. Just by the numbers and stuff and seeing who they've played, what they've done, I think the defense is pretty good. They're at home. Tennessee's they played 2 games at home, right? Like who have they? Oh, hold on one second.
They played the Rams and the Colts
at home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, both those games
they
were
play
home.
on the road. The Broncos on the road, which they played pretty solid against the Broncos, but that was week 1. The Broncos
played horrific.
The Broncos stunk, and they still won by 8. I just think Tennessee's terrible. Houston, on the other hand, I'm not a big fan of Houston, like you said. I really don't. This is like that other game we talked about where I hated both teams, but I think this is an incredible Houston spot. Their season's kind of on the line, being 0-3. They are 0-3, right? I think they're 0-3.
Both these teams are, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I think Houston, though, this is make or break. I absolutely love Houston in this spot. I think they roll them. I think they're deep. They might shut Tennessee out, honestly. Like if you have a chance to play Houston's defense in fantasy, I love them this week. So I legit think they might shut them out with a bunch of turnovers. Give me Houston. It's going to be one. Well, unless you guys steal them from me, it's going to be one of my picks of the week.
ODB, I don't know. Are you stealing them from Tony? Are you taking the Texans?
No, I won't steal them. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't understand. I'm with you. Like you spent second and third round capital on receivers, and you're rolling out the corpse of Xavier Hutchinson. Like, I mean, it's like this just doesn't make any sense. But I think that'll change over the next few weeks. I think they'll try to get him involved. They'll try to get those guys involved a little bit more. But I mean, CJ I think the offense has 3 touchdowns on the year or something, maybe. I don't know.
Bad.
It's just bad. Like the offensive coordinator, Nick Caley's not been good. The offensive line is terrible. CJ's not been that good. Yeah, I don't really know what's wrong with this team, but they're definitely not playing well. That being said, the Titans are horrific on offense, and the Texans have a great defense. So, yeah, I'm kind of with Tony here. I kind of lean Texans. It really is tough laying 7 points on a team that can't score, but, pretty healthy spot for them, pretty good spot for them to get healthy versus Tennessee. There seems to be a little mutiny within the Titans that I don't think they really like Callahan. I could be wrong, but it doesn't really seem like they're all rallying to him. Calvin Ridley can't catch a football. Cam Ward can't throw a football. The teams can't block. They can't stop people. They can't tackle. So, yeah, I mean, I would lean Texans, but, I'm taking a lot of favorites and a lot of big favorites. So it's kind of annoying. But I did, when I looked at the slate, I didn't see the upset spots that I've seen in weeks past, or at least close spots. So, yeah, if I, again, have to choose a side, I'll take the Texans as well.
Yeah, I'm taking the points. I think both these teams have been bad, but Tennessee has played absolute murderer's row when it comes to these teams and spots. And I don't think anyone thought the Colts would be as good as they've been through the first 3 games. So, man, it just looks like a really tough test, and I'll take 7 against a Texans team that I don't think is very good. And I know the offense has been bad. I agree with you guys on the defense, but I'm not counting on the defense to just score all the points. Like the CJ and the offense have to do something and be better. The one thing I will say is my pick could change if Kevin Zeitler and JC Latham, the whole right side of their line, were to be out. They're both like Q tagged right now. Hopefully at least one of them can play. Hopefully they get them both back. I know they've been down JC Latham the last week or 2, whatever it was, but those would be big losses on an offensive line that is already kind of struggling. And then you lose 2 of your better guys. That would be not good. So I am going to take the Titans though right now with the 7. I'll be a little different from you guys. All right. Panthers and Patriots. That old 5.5 we got, Tony. I think it's the first 5.5 of the card so far that we've looked at. The Panthers were 5.5 point dogs at home last week against Atlanta, and they won 30-0. Tony, the Patriots coming off of a tough loss where they had 5 turnovers. What are you doing here? I assume you're going to like that 5.5 with the Panthers, but I could be wrong.
It's not one of my favorite. I like the 5.5 when it's at home more than on the road, but it's still a interesting spot. I just hate that Carolina looked that good last week. New England, struggled again. What'd you say? 5 turnovers.
Yep.
At home, it almost feels a little trappy to take Carolina here, which is the reverse of how it usually feels with 5.5. I thought it would be like 3.5 when you said this spread. Just thinking about it in my head, I like to think in my head like what the number should be before I see it. 5.5 feels heavy for the Patriots, but it also makes me think Carolina on the road. Vrabel's a pretty good schemer. If they don't turn it over 5 times last week, they win. This is one of my least favorite games of the whole slate. But I guess I'll take Carolina. This might be my least favorite, literally the least favorite of the slate, though. I don't have any conviction on it. Give me Carolina for the official pick, though.
Hell yeah, I remember TJ Houshmandzadeh. I got a hat with his signature on it, baby. And a nice Bengals hat with his signature on it.
Where's it at? You should be wearing it on the show.
Bro, I've showed it how many times on the show?
I know you should be wearing it, though.
I've got that whole Andy Dalton, Chad Johnson, TJ Houshmandzadeh. I got that whole team to sign my hat.
R.I.P. Rudy Johnson. Did you get Rudy?
I don't know if I think he's on the hat. Yeah, he should be. I think the whole team signed it.
R.I.P. Rudy.
Yeah. All right. ODB, I think Tony said he liked the Panthers, but I could be
sold, though. If you guys sell me on something, I could be sold here on one of these sides.
What did you do to the screen? What is this Minnesota Vikings?
It like auto does this. I'll change it back. Sorry.
Oh, they try to auto get you to play these.
They just automatically put the touchdown props up.
It was not me. It just goes to that.
You ever click some dust ball to score the first touchdown yet? You want to do that there too? Like.
They know I'm a ODB. They know I'm a donkey, so they know I bet those things. So yeah, they're like, yes, JSU's gonna bet all these dumb first touchdown bets that are like 40-1.
Yeah. You said TJ, and I went to the same place. RIP Rudy Johnson, Auburn Tiger, Cincinnati Bengal. Looks like he took his own life, CTE, yesterday. So. Sad day. A lot of. It's funny. I think I mentioned Rudy Johnson two shows ago on here when I said random Auburn guys. So anyway, back to this particular football game. Big T said it was one of his least favorite games. I've said that a few times today. This is one of my favorite games.
Yeah, sell me, ODB.
Yeah, I love the Patriots in this spot. The Patriots were a preseason potential playoffs team. They should have won that game by 20 something versus Pittsburgh, maybe even more. They completely dominated that football game. They had the ball the whole game. Turnover variance and luck is not that predictive. Obviously, sloppy teams do sloppy things, but I'm just gonna go ahead and chalk that one up. And Carolina, as impressive as the 30-0 game was, it was again turnover luck. There was a lot of defensive plays. Bryce Young, I think he only had like 150 yards. I don't even think Chuba had a big day. It was just kind of like just one of those games. And so I feel like both of these teams were really buoyed in exact opposite directions based on turnovers. This is a Carolina team that up until last week we were putting in the bottom 5 conversation, and New England was a team we were talking about potential playoff spot. So I think this is a spot where New England comes out and they do work. I don't really like Carolina traveling up to Boston for this game. Legette's out and Legette stinks, but at least he's a field stretcher or like whatever. He's at least another option that they have to look at. I mean, you're down to basically one receiver, and Jatavian Sanders is hurt as well. He was probably like their third option. So, I don't even know who the second option on Carolina is after Tet. I mean, obviously Chuba, but there's not a whole lot of weapons on Carolina, and I do think the Patriots do get Trevion a lot more involved this week, I think this is a really good spot for the Patriots, and I'm happy to lay the 5.5. I think the Patriots take care of business. I feel like this is like a 34-10 type game, 34-13 game. Yeah, I really like the Patriots. This will be in my top 5 picks this week.
Trevion running with the ones, baby. Come on, it's time finally. Come on, Trevion with that third leg.
I mean, if he's not running with the ones after last game where his other running backs combined for like 4 fumbles or whatever the hell, or I'm sorry, 3, and then Drake May, I think, fumbled once. But either way, like if he can't be RB1 here, it just might not be it. And honestly, he hasn't looked that good either. That's the other thing with Trevion. But a spot like Carolina is a nice spot to get right. I'll say that. Like I said, Bijan, man, was so close to some big breakaway runs. And, obviously you won't see it as much in the stats, but Trevion definitely has that ability to just massive breakaway play. So hopefully he gets the run. I'm with you guys on the Patriots. I like the Patriots here. And I think they put up points. Like, I think the Patriots put up points. So, like, whatever the team total is, I like the over. It's a good spot for the Patriots here, as long as they can minimize the turnovers, which you would hope after 5 turnovers in a game. I think this is a spot where we kind of get back to the real Carolina team and more of the real Patriots team from what we saw last week. So, David Moore, Hunter Renfrow, Bryson Tremaine. They got Tet, but ODB asked. Those are the other guys, ODB, that they're running out there. So I'll take the Patriots guys over that. All right, that's enough of New England and Carolina. Let's get to 2 pretty good teams in the NFL right now: the Colts and the Rams. Colts, one of the biggest surprises in all of football with how good they've been to start. But not just the Colts. Jonathan Taylor is out there, and he's playing Madden on these teams. I mean, he was playing Madden against Tennessee. I mean, he was hitting the B button. He was hitting the juke stick.
To you've been practicing these in the mirror? I mean, you're coming out with some lines here.
No, this is just full on. I was watching Jonathan Taylor because – Tony.
You just said that on a whim? You went with the Madden B button on a whim? You weren't even like thinking about it in the shower this morning?
No. I wasn't thinking about it, but I won't lie. When I was watching, I don't play video games. I haven't played video games since I was like 19 years old. But I used to play a shit ton of Madden. I used to play Madden all the time and 2K. And literally watching Jonathan Taylor run against the Tennessee Titans and against the other teams he's played, I literally was watching him going, this dude's out there playing Madden. He's reminding me of when I used to hit the B button and the spin move would go, and when I used to hit the juke stick and you juke the shit out of the guy. When you'd hit the juke really hard and you just like own him. He reminded me of it. So it took me back to Madden. But either way, he has looked like an absolute stud. He has helped Daniel Jones look a lot better, probably, with how good he's been as a running back. And they've just been awesome. And then everyone knows I'm super high on the Rams in general. These are 2 good football teams, and a 49.5 total kind of surprised me in a way, but also kind of makes sense. I know the Rams defense is really good, but man, this could be a spot where we just got 2 alpha teams that give us points in this spot. So it's a tough one for me because my heart wants to say the Rams. But my head, I've watched the Colts very closely the first 3 weeks, and man, they've just been really good. You get that hook with 3.5. I'm teetering on the Colts. I don't want to be on the Colts. Maybe ODB can sell me back on the Rams. ODB, what do you like here?
Well, there are just a few things that I just remember from our shows over the last 5 years or 4 years, however long we've been doing this. There are just a few moments that I remember, and one of them very distinctly was a few years ago when I brought up the name Jonathan Taylor to play, and you guys, he's cheeks. Jonathan Taylor, he's cheeks.
ODB's keeping the receipts on us, JSU.
Yeah,
He's got him in the chamber.
I'm not saying I didn't say this. I'm saying I don't remember this, but I'm not saying I didn't say this. So
No,
I
you
just
both
want to be.
probably said it. Yeah.
I
You
definitely
both
probably
said
said it.
You
Yeah.
both said you both hated Jonathan Taylor, and you guys
I still
actually
don't love him for the record. Even
You
though
guys
he's drafted, I still don't love it.
you guys
I'm not gonna
actually
lie. I love him. I love him right now.
you guys have actually gotten him off me, gotten him like the last couple of years where I've just kind of been off Taylor because of how adamant you two were about how cheeks Taylor was in the past. I love this game. This is one of my favorite games on the slate. These are two teams that I liked all preseason, and coming in the season, I thought the Colts had a very legit shot to win this division. I like Danny Dimes. I think he's a very underrated quarterback, and I think the Colts are definitely a playoff team and a legit team. Probably not in contender status yet, but I think they're in it. The Rams, one of my favorite teams this year. I think they're a great team. I think this is just a really, really good spot for the Rams. The Colts have looked really good, but they've done it against Tennessee and the Dolphins. And then they had that one game versus the Broncos, which I'm going to give them credit. The Broncos do have a good defense, a great defense, and they did put up points against the Broncos. So I can't say it's all, paper tiger because of those the two. I mean, they played two of the worst defenses in the league, and they did manage to run into them. The Rams have a fantastic run defense, so I think they'll neutralize Jonathan Taylor here. I think at home Stafford and Puka and Devontae will be able to score somewhat at will on this team, and I think this is a big Rams spot. I really like the Rams here. It doesn't mean I'm off the Colts, and it doesn't mean there won't be a ton of spots where I like the Colts throughout the year, but I don't think this is one flying across the country. Indy's not one of those teams like, Cowboys, Packers, Eagles type of teams that have a ton of transplant people in LA and just buy out all the seats. I think it'll be a very pro-Rams crowd. They will have home field advantage. I think at some point, as much as I do like Danny Dimes, he does have to come down to earth a little bit. He's not a top 5-10 quarterback in the league. And against this defense, I think this is the type of defense that can stifle him. And I think the Rams are going to be able to put up a lot of points here. So, yeah, I like the Rams. I like them pretty good. This is definitely in my consideration of top 5 games. Yeah, I like the Rams a lot.
Big T, ODB starting to sway me a little bit.
Also, one more thing. The slot cornerback for the Colts is out, and Puka is playing at all-pro levels from the slot. So really great spot that you can exploit for the Rams. So I do think this passing game is really good for the Rams. So I do like that spot as well.
Yeah, you don't have to sell me on the passing game because I think Matthew Stafford's going to rip it up for some big yardage for fantasy. And yes, Puka is going to be one of the
Stafford's
going
to rip it up. I don't believe it. No way.
I mean, Tony,
he's never thought he's going to rip it up.
He's been one of the best deep ball passers in the league this year so far. This year, Matthew Stafford still has a cannon, and he's still accurate. He still can throw a friggin' dart. Like, I don't know how you don't like Matthew Stafford. I mean, he just keeps getting it done every year, and you just don't like him. He's a top 5 quarterback still in football right now. Top 5.
Matthew Stafford's a top 5 quarterback?
Yes, right now.
Oh, God.
Give me 5 quarterbacks you'd have over him.
He's definitely one guy that you love. Like, you've always just loved Stafford. Like,
Winner.
You think he's so much better than he actually is.
And his wife is hot as well. I totally agree with that. Totally agree. That gives him an extra plus
they
1.
They all probably have pretty hot wives, I'm sure. But, yeah.
That's true. Justin Herbert's girl. Yep.
I mean, I'd be disappointed if some of them didn't have that. But
you still haven't named 5 quarterbacks that are better than him.
I'm not even playing this game. I'm not amusing you. I don't want to be on here for 3 hours. Like, I don't need to argue about Stafford. Like, I can't do it. Well, Wentz is better for one, but I agree with ODB here. I actually think it's like a perfect matchup for the Rams. Their run D has been amazing. I'm pulling it up right now, just looking at the numbers. But the Rams have been basically the best against the run, and they played what? Philly. Who else did the Rams played? Denver.
Tennessee and Houston. So
two bad runs and then Philly. So their numbers are a little clouded.
But they still saw Barkley. I mean, that's nice.
So, and they're number one in my numbers against the run, which matches up great against Indy because the Rams have been a little weaker against the pass, which I'm not that worried about Danny Dimes, like ODB said, where I think he's been good. Don't get me wrong. He's been nice turnaround. I'm not worried about Danny Dimes, though. So I think this is a perfect matchup. I like the Rams running game, though, so I kind of have a different take. I like the Rams on the ground first. They haven't really got it going on the ground yet. I like Kyron this week to kind of get it going. He's not hurt, is he?
No.
Some reason in my head I thought he was hurt, but okay. Yeah, no. I like the Rams, and I like the Rams ground game, but it's one of my favorite games of the week. We're high on the Rams. They owe us one. They're going to come back and lay a little whooping here for us, I think.
All right. Sold. Rams. Love it because I wanted the Rams, so I'm glad you guys are both on the Rams. You sold me good on it. And, some of us high on the passing game. Tony's high on the run game, but either way, Rams it is. Let's go to Jaguars and 49ers, 3.5-point spread. San Francisco favored at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have looked pretty good. Another team, too, where I think their defenses looked a lot better than I thought here. Now they get a San Francisco team that just keeps getting decimated with injuries, just injury after injury. Nick Bosa out for the year. Best defensive player on their team. It's probably going to lead to maybe more shootouts for fantasy. That's fun. But still, I mean, Jaguars offense been up and down. Travis Hunter, there were reports saying or the coach came out and pretty much said even if Diami Brown's out, which it seems like he's out, Travis Hunter's role won't change. He's going to play the same position. He's not going to make him learn different positions offensively because he's also learning defense and playing defense a little bit. So he doesn't want to throw a ton at him. So if De'Ami Brown's out, that probably gives us a value in Parker Washington for DFS. But just from the game perspective, I mean, ODB, I don't know if you were high on Jacksonville. I'm not really sure. I can't remember your San Francisco take. I mean, they're at home, a lot of injuries. What are you doing with them?
These two teams I'm kind of neutral on. I mean, I was down on Texans to win the division. I said, take a swipe with either the Colts or the Jags, pick the one that you liked. I kind of had trouble deciding which one I thought was, better value. I like the Jags. They're fine. The Niners are fine. I don't know. I'm not really that impressed by the Niners. This seems like a big total to me. I don't really see this game being a shootout. Especially there's just not a lot of weapons on each. The Jags Trev's kind of similar to Bo from the standpoint that really close to his numbers being a lot better. Some receivers have dropped or just missed, but that's kind of been Trev's MO for his whole career, is just missing. I'm going to take the points here. I have way too many favorites in my likes, so I got to come up with a couple dogs here. And this game seems close to me, close, low-scoring game. I don't really love either of these teams or these offenses right now, the way that they're built. I think this is just kind of a close game. I'll take the points. I think Jacksonville's a live dog. I don't know if they'll pull it out, but I could see this game being one of them field goal games. So, yeah, maybe Cam Little gets his chance at 70 to win the game like he did in preseason.
ODB, you can't do that. You can't say a field goal game when you got the hook at 3.5, even though you'll win your bet, even if they, lose by play. But you can't say that.
If the Jags win, that's a 6-point win. You win.
So. No, but I'm saying if it's a field goal game, and the Jags lose, you can't say it. It's not a hard enough take. You got to come in there and be like, fuck
just 3.5.
I'm gonna win this game by 7. I'm gonna win this game.
Don't project your nonsense on me.
This is what he does. He tries to shift the
This is
narrative
not what
here.
I do.
You're
It's based
projecting.
off of what you guys say. I'm just
He
throwing
just picked
it
a
back.
3-point dog to win outright. Like, that's
You're
different.
projecting. I give me the Jags. Give me the Jags in the under in this one.
Jags in the under. I'm with you on the Jags and the unders. The total is scaring the shit out of me right now, Tony, because I agree with ODB. Like on the surface, that looks way too high. I wonder if it's though kind of adjusting for some of the injuries on the Niners side. Like maybe I'm not saying it could be, but it's just interesting. What are you doing here?
I mean, I do disagree with that part. I agree with you guys that I actually like the Jags too. San Francisco's so beat up, but I think these teams are so beat up that, especially San Francisco, that I think we see points. I think San Francisco, I'm going to like overs with Bosa out for the year now. I think I'm going to like overs on almost all San Francisco games. They're not going to play the same style they have. You got guys like Ricky P out there having big games. I agree. I like Jacksonville for sure, though. The 3.5's nice. It's 3 at some places right now. I like catching the 3.5 in that spot. You're gonna laugh, but I mean, you could easily fall 3. Like it could. You could win by that extra half point right there. I don't have like a crazy amount of conviction though. San Francisco keeps finding a way to win. They don't look great. They keep finding a way to win. I have to be on Jacksonville here though, even though I like San Francisco.
Yeah, and this goes to Tony's point of the over. If these guys are back, but their defense is still hurting, like that, and that's what the total's kind of saying to me is like they think what Tony's saying, the Bosa injury and just some of the injuries, how they're going, it's going to lead to more overs and then playing maybe a different style. So
I will say though, like
as
far as my flowchart numbers, it agrees with your guys' numbers, like the under. I mean, like it looks like an under as far as the numbers, but my head just tells me that I feel like it's an over just because of the injuries and the way San Francisco is going to play. I think it's different than the past.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there. All right, I'm with you on Jacksonville. I like them with the 3.5. Get that hook. If you can on DK Sportsbook. Let's go to the Ravens and the Chiefs in the 4:00 window here. Chiefs at home.
Chiefs haters unite.
They are 2.5-point dogs at home. Man, how many times do you see them like home underdogs here? I know it's the Ravens, so but I mean,
this is a
probably
gift.
should be.
Like we're all three gonna love this game. There's no way we don't absolutely love this game. Like there's no way we
similar
lose.
to the Eagles game where we were like,
except
how are
even
we getting
better and even easier? Like this is the freebie. If everyone just bets this game right now, you can just any game you like can just be a 2-team parlay. This is an absolute free square. Just go take it. I don't even like Baltimore and it's a free square. Just take your money and move on.
I agree with you. I don't think like what happened to the Ravens.
Kansas City wins this football game. Like there's no chance.
Yeah, I mean, what happened to the Ravens last week? I don't think the Chiefs can do that. Like I don't think they can run the football like that.
They don't even have a running back.
They don't have a running back. ODB. Tony thinks it's free money. I'm with them. I think this is free money. You gotta still be on your team.
He doesn't like Baltimore. There's literally
zero shot.
I mean, ball in.
I mean, there's literally if he would have came in and picked Kansas City, I would have signed off.
I would have fell out of my chair.
I mean, we have 2 aces. What there's nothing else to do. We just put our chips in the middle and we hope we run out pure.
I got a question. In all the years I've done this show with both you guys, Tony, how many times have we seen ODB physically move his hands and shove the chips all in? Like on the show. I can't be many times.
This is the one, though. This is the one we can all three agree on that it's just.
I mean, I lost the Ravens, but I was like, well, at least this stays on the other side of 3 before the game because they beat Detroit and might go up to 3.5, 4. It's
I will say though, like, where's it at on here? Is it 2? What's
here?
Like I would because it's gonna go to 3, like it has to. So I would bet it right now at 2.5, even though it's minus 120. Actually, it doesn't even freaking matter. We're gonna win by double digits, so like whatever.
This is a roll show. I mean, the Chiefs had trouble versus Russell Wilson and the Giants. Like the fake close games versus the Eagles and Chargers, both of them, they needed miracles at the end just to get within one score and make it fake close. The Chiefs running game are two dudes who run as fast as Big T. I mean,
they do too. Is the funny thing.
I mean, Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, like if they get 6 yards, it's like, wow, they broke that. I mean, these two guys, it's amazing. Like I think Brashard Smith, if you drafted him in best ball and your team's like hanging out, I like it. Like this dude's gonna get the ball at some point because these two running backs are freaking bad. And I mean the Ravens are so tired of the Chiefs. I can't imagine they just don't go in there and just mollywhip this team. Like this feels like 34-13 to me. Like the Chiefs have been broken. Like the narrative after this game is just going to be the Chiefs are broken. Like, are they going to make the playoffs? The Ravens break this team. This is an all-in. This is a degree all-in moment.
One thing I do pray for is Brashard Smith to somehow break out at any point. I don't care if it doesn't have to be this game. It's not going to be this game, but at any point in the season, please get those dusty running backs out of there and give me Brashard Smith. Please. Keep
them in. Let's kill this team once and for all, Jesus.
Yeah, no, this week.
It's funny because no one in the world hates the Chiefs more than us three. It is funny, but
this game is a lot. Kill this fucking team.
All right, let's get out of this team. We all agree here. That was an easy game. Let's go to the Bears and the Raiders. Raiders 1.5-point favorites at home. It's a 47.5 total. It's game close to a pick 'em here, -115. Raiders are to -105 on the money line for the Bears. ODB, I'll throw this one to you here. Do we see a bounce back spot for Geno and the Raiders?
I've had a lot of strong takes recently in a lot of these games. Not one here. I do like the Bears just in general. Premature dirt on the grave. That being said, they also played the Cowboys, so I don't know. This Raiders offensive line is an absolute joke, and with a guy who has a lot of Genty, a lot of Bowers, a lot of Thornton, Little Myers, like I mean. I have way too much Raiders stock in my life right now to be happy about what this offensive line is doing. But it's a home game versus another average team. Raiders are supposed to rebound here. I don't know. I would love for one of you guys to talk me on to this game. Probably Big T because I already know JSU is slurping the Bears. So
all I gotta say is QB3. That's all I gotta say.
I love Caleb. I mean, I'm with you. I never got off the Caleb bandwagon. I think Caleb's really good, and I think he's going to be one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And I think Ben Johnson's exactly what he needed. And there's going to be plenty of time. There's going to be some growing pains along the way, but he's also going to have games where they look like they did this past week. Problem is, this Raiders team kind of sucks too. So this is a spot where they could do it. But I really do need the Raiders to show some sort of life here to rescue all my Raider shares.
Also, I don't know how much you can take from the Cowboys game. I mean, yeah, Bears give Caleb Williams all the time in the world to throw in the pocket. He can make all the throws. Like, that's never the issue with Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams can make some of the most ridiculous throws you'll see. That was the talent's never the issue with him. It's honestly always been the offensive line giving him time and him being able to make some of the easy throws because the hard throws he makes. He made some of those throws where he layered it over linebackers and safeties where you're like, holy shit, that was a sick throw. And the one where he's getting hit where he somehow had the arm strength to get it to the guy on the right side. And I'm like, how the hell did he complete that pass? That's never the issue with him. It's always been about the scheme in the O-line and him just being able to consistently make the easy throws that, Ben Johnson's slowly trying to coach him up with. And I agree with you. It's going to come over time. I still try and throw the Cowboys game out because I think a lot of teams are going to do that to the Cowboys defense because they're just really bad. But I do think there's points in this game. I think this game's going to go over. I think both these offenses are going to score. I know the Raiders' offensive line's been really bad, but Geno can also still make plays. He's got enough weapons. They're at home. I like the over, and I mean, if you make me pick, I think the Raiders could come back in this game. I think it's an interesting Raiders spot here for an offense that I really like. I haven't been super high on, but I think in this spot, they're going to put up points, and, we'll see if the Bears can, stay with them and put up points as well. If they do, this game is going to rocket over that total. But Tony, what do you think here?
Are you guys done slurping here? You guys, wow. Well, that was top quarterbacks in the league, and all he needs is the coordinator, some blocking.
He's QB3. What do you want? Everyone was on Caleb last year.
Do you guys need another minute to congregate over this?
Let me ask you this, Big T, just real quick before you give your take. You know how you see those videos where they have people's dogs picking games and they put a treat under hats and which one they go to is going to win? What if Matt Stafford and Caleb Williams were across the room? Who does JSU run to?
Stafford for sure, but it'd be close. He would take Stafford over Joe Montana. He loves Stafford. Loves him. Wow. But you guys just talked about this dude for 10 minutes. He lost 3 games at USC with the best coordinator ever and cried in the stands. This guy. Wow. But I say all that to say the Bears are a lock this week. The Raiders stink. The Bears are going to go in here and nuke. And, I love the Bears in this spot. I think the Raiders are awful. I think the matchup's perfect, too. Everything kind of checks out. The Bears receivers are the nut spot, and that's their strength, right? They can't run the ball. The Raiders actually stop the run. Everything lines up for the Bears in this spot. It's another one of my favorite games of the week. Absolutely love the Bears here.
Yeah, I feel like the line's just a little inflated, though. If we pull ODB's game, I don't know. I feel like the Bears.
A 1.5 point underdog is inflated?
Yeah, honestly, I think that just off of the big game.
The money line's 115, 105. That's just a flip.
I'm just saying, I think we're recency biasing.
You're going to get, you love the Raiders too. You always like the Raiders.
I don't. I just don't think it should be. I think they should be I think they should be 3-point favorites. It's almost a coin flip. I think we're basing it off of, trust me, I want the Bears to win, but I don't care about that.
40 to Marcus Mariota.
They got. First of all, the Raiders can't struggle tackling.
Your camera is lagging like none other. Or my thing is.
No, it's you.
No, it's not. It's you, JSU.
I just saw him
lagging like crazy. ODB's not lagging.
Really?
You're the only one lagging, JSU. We're lagging because you're lagging.
Oh, all right. I don't even know where I was.
And then your mouth moves 7 seconds later.
Just close the screen, Tony. Don't look at the actual screen. Then
I can't help it. I'm used to doing shows looking at your ugly mugs.
I don't know. Whatever I was gonna say. Oh, what I was gonna say was they got ran all over because they can't tackle, but that's not the Bears' game. The Washington can do that against them. That's not the Bears' game.
But it's the perfect matchup for Bears passing game. And that's what they want to do.
For fantasy, yes. That's why I like the over. I think both these teams are going to score. I agree with you there. I agree with you there. So, there we go.
Get us another TV prop.
Yeah. No bets available here. So I don't know what they want me to bet, but they don't want me to bet anything there. All right. Let's get to, I think we got 2 more games left here. Then we'll get out of here. Where are we at? Packers in Dallas. This should be pretty simple here. 7-point spread, 47.5 total. Cowboys at home. Micah returning. I mean, ODB, what are we doing here? Packers coming off of a tough loss. They are on the road, but are you on the Packers or are you going with Dallas?
Not a game I really like. I would probably lean Cowboys. The Packers offense is so, how can I say it? Overrated. Jordan Love might be the most overrated quarterback in the league. Like he's just an average quarterback. They've got a great coach though. So I don't know. This is going to be, both teams are going to be extremely hyped up for this game. It does suck that we lost CD, man. I would love to see what the Cowboys could do with him. But I mean, the defense might just be bad enough to make Jordan Love look good. So yeah, I don't know. This is not a great game for me. I lean Cowboys getting a touchdown at home in an inspired spot. Nobody's going to want to play them. So might even creep up over 7.5, which I like. I mean, the Packers were 7.5 at Cleveland. They lost. But you're basically telling me that the market's viewing the Cowboys and the Browns the same. I mean, give me the Cowboys over the Browns all day. Yeah, I don't know. I lean towards the Cowboys, but this is definitely not one of my favorite games. There's a lot of intangibles in this game for sure.
Yeah, I'm very not happy that we lost CD in best ball. I'm still not happy about losing him last week in DFS. Tony, please talk about the Cowboys so I don't have to.
This is another game I think is just a stone cold lock. Like I'm happy with how many games I like this week because I haven't had a ton of conviction the last few weeks. I have a lot of conviction this week. I think the Packers are just a stone cold lock. Like -7. They've dominated this Dallas team even when they were worse and Dallas was better. You lose CD Lamb is like a massive piece of their offense. I don't see how Green Bay scores that much or I don't see how Dallas scores enough to keep up with Green Bay. Parsons is going to be everywhere. This game looks like a total slam dunk to me. I'm on the Packers for sure.
This game is a slam dunk. The Packers are going to win by 3 touchdowns.
There we go. Put them on the table.
The Cowboys let Russell Wilson, who looked so bad last week, throw for 500 billion yards in 50 touchdowns against this Cowboys team. And now Jordan Love, who everyone's like, oh, he sucks because he went into Cleveland and lost to a tough defense. Yeah, they're not a great team. They're not a great offense. They still have a good defense. I get it. It's a bad loss. In Cleveland, though, it's just a bad spot. They're getting up for this game. This game's Sunday Night Football. Micah's back in Dallas. The whole team's going to be pumped up. And trust me, after that bad loss, they're going to probably put up 35 plus on this bad Dallas team and just roll them here. I think this game is literally like 35 to like 14 or something like that. So give me the Packers. I'm with Tony. This is a lock. We got 2 locks on this show. We got the Packers and the Ravens. Write them down. Write them down in the notepad.
My favorite part about the end of this show is it's like we got like a Netflix, like one of those European movies where you gotta you can't watch the lips move because JSU's been frozen for like 3 minutes and he's giving these takes just totally frozen up. It's amazing.
I'm watching radio right now.
It's so good though. He's just look at his face right now. He's just locked.
He's been stuck.
Am I actually frozen too?
Yeah, you gotta leave it now. It's great.
All right. Are we doing these Monday games real quick? Yeah,
real quick. Absolutely.
All right. Jets and Dolphins here. 3-point spread. Dolphins favored at home, 44.5 total. We don't know about Justin Fields. I pray he's back for this game, please. Give me Fields back for this game against the Dolphins. But we'll see on that. ODB, Dolphins, Jets, you have a take here?
Yeah, I kind of like the Dolphins here. Surprisingly, not really a team I like in general, but Jets in Florida last week had a tough game, tough loss. Probably fly back home, come back, play a Dolphins team that's on 10 days rest. Their season is on the line. They showed me a little heart versus the Bills. If they really wanted to quit on the season, I think they really could have taken that game just to get blown out and just, give the middle finger to the coach on the way out. But felt like they fought pretty hard. And 10 days, this is the season. Their heads will roll if they lose to this Jets team. So I think the Dolphins come out and play some inspired ball here and get the job done. I like the Dolphins. I think this is a really good spot.
Tony, do you agree with ODB? You think it's a good spot for the Dolphins?
First of all, we love these 2-game Monday slates, but man, could it be 2 worse games on a Monday? Like it is. It's tough. It's tough sledding out there.
Well, that's your worst take of the day.
You don't think these are 2 bad games?
Oh man, I cannot wait. I'm going to Denver, Cincinnati, and I'm fucking pumped.
You're going to Denver for the game?
Yes.
What are you going to Denver just for the game?
We're flying in Monday morning, going to the football game, wake up the next day, play Cherry Hills, one of the top rated courses in the world, and then fly back Tuesday night.
Did my phone break? I didn't see an invite come in my way.
I'm the one who got the invite. I didn't give the invite.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Fair. This game though, I'm on Miami. I don't love it by any means. I want to wait and see, like you said with Fields, but I don't know if Fields impacts that much of my take for the game. I agree with ODB. I thought Miami at least showed some heart. They were in that game. I know they lost by 10, I think, but they were in it. They played tough enough, and I'm not a believer in the Jets. So give me Miami.
Yeah, 10 days, like ODB said. I think Miami, at least with McDaniels, he's got to be. I know the owner said what he said, but he's got to be on the hot seat. This game's at home against the Jets, and the Jets' defense has been bad, man. They gave up 34 to the Steelers, who we all agree stinks. And then 30 to the Bills, but the Bills are a good team. Tampa, who's decimated with injuries and lost guys in that game, they gave up 29 to. And I think Miami's going to put up points. I think they're going to score at home. So the only thing for me is I like Miami. I think they win. I think it would help if Fields was back for this game. It gives them another serious run threat, and maybe it helps the over a little bit. But from the game perspective, this is like a must-win game for Mike McDaniel. He has to win this game. I think the team knows that. They probably rally around him. They're going to score points. Give me the Dolphins. Kills me to say, too, because I hate the Dolphins for a season-long perspective, but this is just such a good spot for them on 10 days. I think they get it done. I think they score. I think they put up points here. It'll just be, can the Jets score as well? Last game here, we got the Bengals, we got the Broncos here, and we got one a Bengals fan, one a Broncos fan, 7.5 point spread in Denver. 44.5 total. Can Jake Browning figure it out here, Tony, and get this Bengals ship back on the right track? Or is it just Denver all the way?
It's a tough spot. It hurts my feelings because of how bad Cincinnati was last week, and Denver played good against the Chargers, that I want to pick the Bengals. I do, just the way it went, but I just don't see how they can compete in this game. Denver's defense is good, their offense is good, and the only way they can compete is if Cincinnati can score some points, and I just struggle to see it. Even looking at the flow chart stuff, it's going to have to come through the passing game. And I don't know. I just don't see it, but it's 7.5. Denver's not a team that I like to cover bigger numbers because they're a solid team. If Denver's ever an underdog, I'm going to like Denver every single time as an underdog, no matter who they play. They could play anybody, and I'm pretty much going to like them as an underdog. But I hate giving 7.5. It's not going to be one of my favorite plays, but I think I got to take Denver.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm taking Denver as well. ODB, I think I know who you're on, but just let the people know.
I will be there. I'll have this Bo Nix jersey on, and we'll be rocking the orange. And this is what this Denver team needs. They need a team with a terrible offensive line that, I mean, this pressure, I fear for Jake Browning. I mean, I fear for him and his wife and his kids, and like what they're going to do to him. I mean, they're gonna absolutely blow him up. I mean, Minnesota. I mean, Denver's the only thing that's close to Minnesota when it comes to finding defense, the way to get pressure on dudes. They have no run game. They have no offensive line to stop it. Also, this defense, exactly what Bo Nix needs. Really, the one thing that Denver is susceptible to is, man, like they have had trouble with some big receivers before. So I am a little concerned. Chase and Higgins with the ball in their hands still can do work. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that Cincinnati can put up some points. As good as the Broncos defense is, the one thing they do kind of struggle with is that over the top. But yeah, I'll be there, and Broncos take care of business.
All right, there we go. That's every game on the slate. Let's give our picks. Don't forget to give your picks as well underneath this video in the YouTube comment section. Give us your 3 favorite bets for this week's week 4 action. Any plays, any game you want, total or spread, money line, whatever you want. 3 picks, your favorite 3 picks. If you go 3 for 3, we will pick one of you for a Run Pure Sports gear package, courtesy of us here on this show. So make sure, don't forget, underneath this video in the comment section, give us your 3 plays. Hopefully we can get someone that goes 3 for 3 this week. Hopefully we can all go 3 for 3 this week as well. All right. 3 favorite plays. Let's go in a row. ODB, you're the guest always on the show. It's right. You start.
I'm gonna make a rule. We can't choose the Ravens because we all 3 love them. So let's just throw that out. We've already given that to the people. Let's choose 3 games, not counting the Ravens, because I would steal it anyway.
We're giving 4. We can all have it. We get 1 free square.
I was gonna say, can I still add it to the parlay?
Yeah, we can all have them.
Yeah.
We'll pick
I just don't think it's fair that I only have to pick 2 games correctly and you guys have to pick 3 games correctly.
Well, you know what, ODB? You don't have to take them, and I would just take them, but that's okay. We'll still pick 3.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I think this is just a total smash spot for the Patriots, and I love them versus Carolina here. I think they solve some of their turnover woes. I mean, one of the turnovers, it looked like Drake May got concussed like the 5-yard line, and they for some reason they didn't look at him, and that he throws an interception 2 plays later that looked like he was seeing double. So and then Stevenson has 2 like horrific fumbles. So yeah, I really think this is just a perfect spot for the Patriots, and I'm gonna put that as my number 1 pick.
Anthony?
My number 2, I'll pick the Bears. I'll go with my Bears over your Raiders. I'll get in there on you.
All right. I'm glad you didn't take this because I am going with the Pack. Go Pack, go, baby. -7
I should have
here.
taken that just to screw you.
I'm so glad you didn't. I'm so glad you didn't. And then I'm going to go. I'll go again. Get my back-to-back here. I'm going to take the Dolphins, actually, -3. I'm going to throw the Dolphins in there, -3.
I will say one thing, too. You better pick a winner this week. You still haven't broke your maiden.
I know. I gotta break the seal this week.
Green Bay's going to break it for you.
I might show up in the banana costume that you
you start out 4 weeks in without a dub.
No, 3. I wasn't here week 1.
Oh, yeah, you weren't here. Same difference. You got to have the banana suit if you get to week.
Yeah, I might have to wear it if I lose this week. But Tony, give your pick.
Who's that other one I like? Give me Houston. I need Houston -7.
Houston -7. ODB. 2 picks.
I'm glad. I was afraid he was going to take my other because JSU took my backup with the Dolphins, but I'm going to take the Rams. I think this is great spot for the Rams. So yeah, I'm taking the Rams, and are we snaking it? I go back for the totals.
Yep. Take it
All right.
for whatever. You don't have to pick a total. Just pick a winner. Who cares?
No, we'll try to give one total each week. I'm going to take the under in the Chargers Giants game. I think the Giants play a slow down game, and I think the Giants defense is good enough to keep that game under. Seems a little high to me, 43.5. So I'll take under on the Chargers Giants game.
Okay, under on the Chargers Giants. Tony?
Give me the under in the. I'm going to double dip the same game, but you can do a little 2-teamer even for people. But Houston under 38.5.
Houston under 38.5. Okay. A little double dipper in that game. I don't mind that, Tony. Let's see. For my last pick, what do I want here? Can I do a team total? Is that allowed?
That's like going back to the Dunkel days of the show where he would throw out like a first half.
He would actually do this.
Minus a half, and ODB would get auto.
I'm not going to do the first quarter thing. I was going to do the Lions team total over because I think they put up points here. I don't know if the game ends up going. I think the Lions put up a lot of points, but
what's their team total?
I'm going to bet it right now. I'm going to bet it. Let's see what it is.
Is that like 30.5 or something?
Should be. Let's see.
What, you're waiting to give it out before you bet it? What, are you afraid somebody's going to jump in there and bet it?
No, I'm saying I'm going to bet it.
What's your number?
His whole screen's frozen.
Oh, you can't see my screen. My bad. It's 27.
I can't see you or your screen.
It's 27.5. You can hear me.
All right, we can hear you.
Their team total's only 27.5. Oh my
over.
God, that's a lot.
Transistor radio.
He's just frozen again. It's the best.
Get us out of here, JSU.
That's all the picks. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already subscribed. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the Thursday night showdown show with me and Big T. For ODB, myself, and Big T. Good luck in your DraftKings bets. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're out of here. Peace.